Wait, is this actually recording? Yes.
Yeah.
And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruben.
And I'm Kay.
And today we are reviewing an Amazon original film called Encounter.
A decorated Marine goes on a rescue mission to save his two young sons from a mysterious threat. As their journey takes them in increasingly dangerous directions, the boys will need to leave their childhoods behind.
I was very excited to watch this film because it's called Encounter. And I didn't see a trailer. I think I saw a few stills. I read a little bit of the synopsis and thought, yeah, that's up my cup of tea. Wow. I don't know what my brain did there.
In your wheelhouse?
Yes, whatever. Let's. Do you want to do the talking for a bit?
Okay. So we were quite excited to see this because it seemed like it had a really science fiction-y edge, named Encounter, which suggests some sort of alien threat, perhaps. And the start of the film, was it the credits even?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the credits and the way the film started was very much along those lines.
It definitely, the first half an hour of the film even suggests.
It leads you by the hand down a path.
And I have watched the trailer since, and it also suggests that. So
Okay.
It is a misdirection title.
So as you were saying, it's a misdirection, and basically what it does is that it leans very heavily into the science fiction kind of alien threat side of things, and then gradually steers away from that. So if you go into this film expecting to see a science fiction, encounter.
Yeah, because the trailer suggests that he is going to rescue his kids, and then he's got to save them from a threat.
Yeah.
And he has some training, as given
He's a Marine.
Yeah, as given in the synopsis and the trailer, depending on IMDb, because IMDb has wonderful synopsises.
Sometimes, yes.
Synopsis sizes. Yeah.
But we're not going to give away any spoilers because we don't want to ruin it for you. But there is always that question, and it will soon raise its head in your mind when you're watching the film and you're going, is he? I thought the acting was outstanding.
Riz Ahmed. He has amazing atmosphere, but his performance is subtle, I think.
Yeah.
You often see emotions on his face, like he's trying to burst out of his face. Like there's stuff that's going on there.
But it's behind.
But
and
it's in his eyes, it's in his mannerisms, it's in his little subtle movements. Obviously, sometimes there's an emotional moment where he will break out and be like, damn it, or a circumstance will happen without doing spoilers that will make him emotionally volatile. all the circumnavigating words.
Yeah.
Yes. So the performances with the two kids as well were incredible. I was talking about it today. Actually, we were having a little dog walk, and it's like they were filmed almost documentary style because they feel so natural and so real, like they were kids, like his kids, just being kids.
Yeah.
So how a kid would react in real life to that circumstance, that is how it feels like they are reacting.
Yeah.
Which it almost feels like they had a bunch of cameras around them and then just kind of allowed to be kids.
Especially the young one.
Especially the young one.
Oh, so good.
He is so kid-like. And it's not often that you are seeing a film or a TV series where kids are allowed or written to be like kids. They are often have like scripting and wording of stuff. I don't know how many times I've said this in a review, where the kids they would never say that. They wouldn't act like that. They're written like teenagers or way older than they are or way younger than they are. It's often adults that are writing for kids that have forgotten how kids react. You have to get someone in the know that has kids at that age to write it correctly. And that this feels very authentic. We have two teens, so we've gone through that, and it feels right.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so you have that dynamic where the father and the sons are on the run, and you feel the tension. The way it's filmed, again, it's very open spaces, beautifully filmed.
Oh, so beautiful.
The surrounding area, it would be a wonderful road trip if it wasn't harrowing. And I mean, it doesn't let up. You were always worried for them because of one of the two reasons that the film is balancing.
Yeah.
You're worried for the kids, you're worried for him, you're worried for the people at home. You have the questions in the back of your mind, is it or isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we also have a very underused actress.
Yeah, Octavia Spencer. I mean, she is a formidable woman. And I feel like...
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
Yes, that's exactly what I feel. Because I realised it's not what I think, it's what you said while we were walking.
All right.
So maybe you should say that bit.
Okay, fine. I feel like she's massively underutilized because she has that presence on screen. And every time there is this conversation between Octavia Spencer and Riz Ahmed, I'm not saying in what context, I'm not even giving you their character names. I'm just saying sometimes they interact, and when they do, they're great. And I wish we had more of them interacting together on screen, because I thought it was the stronger moments in the film when the adults are interacting together. It just felt like she didn't have enough screen time. I think they could have given more to her character, which would have given the Riz Ahmed character much more depth. Not that he doesn't have depth, but we don't know much about him. Even by the end of the film, we know a thing that has happened. And that is basically the consequence for the whole film, which is an interesting way to go, because then that means your audience has to figure out the stuff that's going on, and you do piece it together. That's always fun. But there is this character that, like, I like her, I want to know more about her. But that's a little nitpick. It's a well put together film. I was upset about the film. Yeah, so you liked it. So I was upset about the film because it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. But you felt differently about the whole film, didn't you? Yeah.
I also feel differently about Octavia Spencer's character.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
We'll tell the audience what they want to know.
I'll tell you. I feel like she was written as a powerful woman who is hamstrung by the circumstances. And that's exactly how she played it. And I thought that was actually really accurate for us. It made it even more believable.
Maybe that's what I was picking up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the frustration that she's there. They're not utilizing her.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's because, stuff.
Because we live in the real world.
Exactly.
This is a very real film, and I don't
real.
often watch very real films. I like my escapism. So I was going into it thinking I was watching an escapist film. An escapist, yeah. No. A film that's full of adventure and sci-fi, and then I ended up with a different film that's also very good.
It's very good.
It's not a negativity towards the film, it's just my perception of that film. I thought all the performances were great. Octavia Spencer's great. The score was naturalistic. The cinematography was
cinematography in places beautiful. Was just outstanding.
I think people are going to enjoy this, but might want to watch The Simpsons afterwards.
Maybe.
It's that sort of film.
Yeah.
Although this type of film, you sometimes just let stew in your mind. It will make you think.
It does.
It might also make you angry.
Yeah.
How much Nicolas Cage's will you give it?
You know what? I actually thought it was really good. And I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 Nicolas Cage's.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give it 3.5. All right. Let us know your thoughts below. Were you excited about this? Had you even heard of it? I hadn't until recently. But it has some really strong performances. Could be one of my top 10 performances of the year.
Yeah.
Not necessarily film, although the film's good. Like, I go around in circles. I know this was a great film, but I didn't want that film. But I didn't
like it. Yeah. I didn't want that film. That's not the film I wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Make the film I wanted, damn it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us know your thoughts. Thanks for listening to my rambles particularly. But most of all, until next time, remember.
Live long and Tuesday.